Over the past few years, there have been several high-profile adverse interactions between the public and police. These have led to dire and even deadly consequences. They have also undermined confidence in the police, making the jobs of upstanding officers much more difficult. Early interventions can help with this. By providing training, counseling, and other forms of support, departments can get ahead of the curve by reducing the risk of overuse of use of force, and by dealing with chronic problems of rudeness with people, and try to prevent those things from blooming into more deadly problems. Unfortunately, police departments use these early intervention systems, which are guided by thresholds. In this particular case, the threshold is 3 complaints in 180 days. These very simple thresholds are very inaccurate, and they eliminate a lot of important context, such as where an officer works. And that's why, in 2015, we partnered with the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department. We wanted to build the first data-driven early intervention system for police officers. We collected a lot of data, we made a site visit, we spoke to a lot of supervisors, and we even did ride-alongs. And of course, we built a lot of models. And based on the feedback and the results that we got, we decided to do it again. Only this time we added the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department. And that summer we were able to demonstrate that data science can solve these problems across multiple departments. And yet despite all of that work, there is a lot to be done. And so for the past 2 years, the Center for Data Science and Public Policy has continued the work, taking what the fellows had done in those 2 summers, taking it a step further, tweaking the models, and even helping to develop policies and web interfaces with the partners for effective interventions. You may be wondering how well these things work. So in a large department, you're going to have officers who have adverse incidents. Ideally, the early intervention system is going to identify those officers and those officers only for interventions. Those interventions are going to be very effective, and then those officers can go back into the force with a reduced risk. That's not how it works in practice, however. And so these threshold systems can flag as many as 2/3 of the officers in the department, and yet miss many of the officers who go on to have adverse incidents. In this particular case, this department would have been better off by flipping a coin. You compare that to what we've done, and we are able to identify more high-risk officers while making fewer mistakes, giving the departments the opportunity to use their very limited resources for effective interventions. This is one of the displays for one of the departments and what the supervisors see when an officer is flagged. We are giving much more context than what they had before. This includes a risk history, as well as internal affairs cases from the past, arrests and dispatches. This gives the supervisor much more information to make an informed decision about an effective intervention for that particular officer. And we're very proud to announce that this work has received the 2018 Research Award from the Arnold Foundation and the International Association of Chiefs of Police. And recently, we licensed our software to Benchmark Analytics, a local company that provides software to police departments. They're taking a step further in providing the customer support and other tools that is going to scale this work across the country. And we look forward to that happening so that we can reduce the number of adverse incidents in the future. Thank you.